Welcome everyone to another episode of 50 Shells of Grey Matter. This is a special episode where I'll be covering fiction books, storybooks, and I have with me Arches, who's got a present today also of a mic. Arches, show me your mic and what are we going to do today? Yeah.
Today I am showing all of the books that my dad has.
Okay. So which is the first book? Show me which is the first book that we will be covering today. Hmm.
What? First, the book is.
Okay, the first book that we have today is called The Calcutta Chromosome by Amitav Ghosh. This is one of the novels that I read this year in 2020, and unfortunately, I didn't like this one at all. Amitav Ghosh, I have read other works of his. This is one of his earlier novels, and it's about a particular um, period in British era when um, someone in India was trying to discover a vaccine for malaria, and it's not a very well, you know,
Sorry about that.
it's not a very well crafted plot actually.
Sorry again.
A lot of it looks really contrived, and there are coincidences. There are some flights of fancies which do not appear to be very convincing. So the book has many flaws. As I said, the first one is that it is not a very plausible book. It's supposed to be
Sorry again.
it's supposed to be science fiction, but the way I mean, it's about malaria research that was going on in India at that time. You know, the first two. I think there's a yes. This is um, Noble Ronald Ross's um, short poem about a mosquito, and he got the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 1996. Ross seems to have spent some time in India in the 19th century, on which it is based, though it has been totally fictionalized. So
What mosquito?
it's about a mosquito, Archie, and it says that there was a group of Indian spiritual practitioners of maybe traditional Indian medicine who were far more advanced in malaria research than Ronald Ross perhaps himself. So as I said, it seems very far fetched and it's not a very good book at all. Okay, so it's a disappointment. The first book. Okay, find the second book. Get the second book out, Arches. Can you read what is written here?
No.
Well, it's J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye. This is again a very famous book, but again a book that I didn't like at all. I have covered it in my other episodes, but it's a short book
What the
about
hell?
adolescence the pangs of adolescence, the distrust that teenagers feel towards adult and the system surrounding them, the kind of oppressive atmosphere under which they live and study and think about a career and future. All of it has been brought about, and but somehow I didn't like it. I mean, it's a cult book, I know, but not good at all. Again, okay, what is the third book, Archie? Find out.
Okay.
Well, this is John Updike's Towards the End of Time. This is a book that I read in 2020, and it's a book that was written in 1995. But
What the
but
hell
but
again?
but the surprise of surprise, it's set in 2020. Actually, in the year 2020, I will show you the page where it talks about 2020. Let me see. So it says, I woke in the middle of one of the first nights of the new year 2020. A jeering, staring number that once denoted perfect eyesight.
Sorry.
Okay, Archie, don't disturb me. Okay, so in 2020 it was written. Uh, so this is set in 2020, and it's a very good book because actually it feels very much like what has actually taken place in this year in 2020. The coronavirus, the China America standoff. Well, coronavirus is not here. Otherwise, this book would be a prophetic book. But it has a lot of doomsday stuff about 2020, which has actually taken place in this year. 2020 has been a year unlike any other. So this is a novel that I incidentally read this year, and it talks about 2020, and it's very present about various things that have actually taken place. John Updike would be a Nostradamus of a sort. He died, I think, quite a few years back, but one has to remember that this book was written in 1995, 25 years before 2020, and the kind of things that it predicts in 2020 uh, are very prophetic. So this is the first good book of the year that I can, um, you know, call truly good book in this episode. Then this is Anthony Trollope, Victorian novelist. His book Small House at Allington. This is another very good book. I liked it a lot. Trollope was very different from other Victorian novelists in the sense that he's very real. It doesn't feel like Dickens or Bronte sisters or Thackeray or others. He feels like he's writing about contemporary life, and that's the charm of Trollope. He's not very, his language too is very simple, and and the plot is extremely well crafted. It's a very thick book. It's almost 600 pages, and I took a lot 662, almost 700 pages, and it took me a long time to finish it, but I liked it entirely, and I look forward to reading more Trollope novels. And the last one is again a Victorian novelist, William Thackeray's Vanity Fair. This book again is a marvelous book. It's one of the most famous books of the Victorian era. Thackeray was a contemporary of Dickens and others, and he was also a rival in a sense. And I like this book very much. Um, it, unlike Trollope, who is a realist, uh, Thackeray's plot is very dramatic, and like most of the Victorian works. But the beauty of this work is again this is even thicker than Prologue. This is I think this is again almost 600 pages. Um, but this is a classic of the Victorian era. This also took me a long time to read, but it's a wonderful book that I read in 2020. So these five books complete my novels of 2020 that I read, and without any doubt, uh, the best is Thackeray's Vanity Fair. Then I would say Small House at Allington, and hey, don't forget to buy these jolly bands and lollipops. Okay, we will do that, Chief. Then I come to Updike towards the end of time, um, a book set in 2020. Then Salinger, and then Amitabh Ghosh's Calcutta Gramophone. These two are not ones that I have liked, but the other three, the top three, are the ones that I really like. The best being Thackeray's Vanity Fair. So that's all in this episode. We'll see you next time. I'll come back with more of books.